Good evening, thanks for your company. There's been a further setback in the long-running saga to get Doncaster Sheffield Airport reopened for passenger flights next year. The council has failed to attract private investment and has had to set up its own company, Fly Doncaster. Well, our transport correspondent Spencer Stokes is in Doncaster for us this evening. What does this mean, Spencer?
Yes, Doncaster Airport closed back in November 2022. Since then, Doncaster Council has agreed to lease the huge site from Peel Group, and then just before Christmas they announced they'd found a private operator, a European airport company, to run the airport when it is open again. But what they'd also hoped to do was attract tens of millions of pounds of private investment from a bank or from a pension fund to pump into the airport to get it running, and that would have meant less strain on the public purse. What's emerged today is that they failed to do that, and so the mobilisation costs, the running costs over the next decade or so will rest with the public sector through a new publicly owned company called Fly Doncaster. I've been speaking to the Mayor of Doncaster, Ros Jones, this afternoon, and asked her if that is a good use of public money.
I believe it is a good investment, medium to long term. It won't happen overnight. It's about growth and expansion of the economy. It's not only good for Doncaster, I believe, it's good for South Yorkshire and wider afield.
Should councils be involved in running airports? It certainly doesn't happen up the road in Leeds. It's run by a private company.
Well, we believe over time private companies will then want to come in. It's the initial getting things off the ground. Remember, this is a closed airport at the moment.
And you still have an operator ready to get it open?
We have an international operator that's on the sidelines waiting to go along with us, working in partnership to actually make Doncaster Airport fly.
Yeah, so the Mayor there, as ever, sounding very confident, even though they haven't been able to bring that private sector funding in. I made the point to her as well that if Peel couldn't make this airport work, if it wasn't profitable when they ran it for nearly 2 decades, why does the council think they can? And she said to me that an assessment had shown that for every pound they put in over time, they would earn £9 back.
So will it still open in spring 2026?
That's the big question everybody wants an answer to. Again, the Mayor says, yes, that will happen. She even says that actually it will be before that, because there will be freight flights first and then passengers flying into and out of Doncaster in spring 2026. She is certain that will happen, and 2 companies involved in the running, Fly Doncaster, publicly owned, and this big private European company, but no private investment.
Thanks very much, Spencer.